content marketing strategy. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Let's talk about content marketing strategy. Yesterday I kind of gave you a preview of what we were going to be going over, and today I want to dig right into the steps. Let's say you have a business, you're the business owner, you're the executive, you're the person in charge, and you're trying to figure out where to go with this content marketing thing. And we talked about the different types of content marketing. That's something you definitely want to have your head wrapped around to some extent. But the next big thing is to really go over the top 3 first steps. And we've talked about this a lot here. I know I discuss it with nearly every one of my clients. We end up having to go through these steps at some point. The first step is to determine your market. First step, determine your market. So you got to determine who you are trying to reach with your content. Who are you looking for? People that already know who you are? Are you looking for people that don't know who you are? Are you looking for and are you looking for your ideal clients? Are you looking to just kind of spread yourself out there for everybody? Who are you going after? That's the main question you got to determine right off the bat. Who are you going after? And that should be pretty clear. If you don't have that cleared up, you got to figure that out before you even start recording or sitting down and writing or what have you. So find out who you're trying to reach with your content first. That's the first major part of content marketing. Second major part of content marketing is the message. You got to know what you're telling them. So you find out who you're talking to, and then what are you telling them? What are you wanting them to do after watching you, listening to you, reading your words? What do you want them to do next? What's the purpose? What's the main purpose? You've got to have that in mind, right? You must know what you want them to do. If you don't have that fully defined, first figure out who you're talking to, and then figure out what you're wanting them to do. And that's going to put a certain color on how you do your content, whether it's going to be mostly about that or whether it's going to be mostly biographical or what have you. You got to figure out that first. So first is the who, second is the what, and the third step is what we call media. In other words, where are you going to put it out? See, if you know who you're talking to and you know what you want them to do, then where should be easy at that point. And you may have already had an idea of where before, but you got to make sure it matches up with those first two. Oftentimes we jump the gun and we say, I want to make YouTube videos, or I want to be on Facebook. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but who are we talking to and what are we telling them to do? If you don't have those worked out first, a lot of times you just want to be out there, and it's not the best solution. You're always going to be disappointed because you have an expectation in the back of your mind, but it's not out in the front where you and your team can really sink their teeth into it. So you've got those worked out, those top 3 things that should determine where you're going from there. You should have also within media, you're going to go back to the question we had last night, which is, what type of things do you want to do in content marketing, or whoever you're putting in charge of it? Are they going to be making videos? Are you going to be writing blogs? Are you going to be doing a podcast, which is mostly audio? What are you doing? Are you going to do all of them? Are you going to put out a video with talking in it that gets converted into a podcast and gets transcribed into a blog post? That's something we do here at Brian J. Pombo Live. You could go check it out at brianjpombo.com. Go to the media section and you can check out our 700 plus videos, audios, and blog posts all along the way. There might be a few that weren't transcribed in there, but for the most part, I think we got transcribed. So go check that out one way or the other. These are the steps, okay? There's more to it. There's more to the execution of it. We're going to get more into that tomorrow night, so come on back then. In the meantime, go grab a copy of my book, 9 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business. It's cheap. You can get one, and it's short. It's simple. 9 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business, or How to Stand Out in Your Industry and Make Every Competitor Irrelevant. That's the subtitle. I always forget the subtitle, and I always forget to tell you guys the subtitle. It actually makes more sense than the title itself, right? So I wanted to remind you about that. Get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow night In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.